action. Okay, so a very important project today, don't we? We need to design and 3D print some new chain links for Corwin's nunchucks. Yeah, I know. Yeah, the chain pieces. These are called the links, chain links. We need to print some of these because someone likes to break them and lose them. And
that's me.
That's you. Okay. Yep. Okay. So we are going to design them. And how are we going to do that? Well, we're going to use this as our template. So first, we need to measure this. Okay? So how big is this? This right here is called a digital caliper. Okay? All this does is measure sizes. See the numbers? Okay, so we're going to say this is to the middle of each piece is about 23, right? 23 millimeters.
Wow.
Wow. Yeah. And from top to bottom, we're wondering how long he's going to last here, but we'll see. It's about 10. So 23 by 10. Would you say so? It's about 10?
Yeah.
Yeah, it's 9. Yeah, it's about 10. So 23 by 10. So first we have to draw it on this computer, okay?
Okay.
So I'm going to push this button to draw. I'm going to come right down here. And now I'm going to make it easy on myself, and I'm just going to make a big rectangle.
Okay, so I'm jumping in here and re-recording the design of this video because I ran into a little hiccup. And although it worked out in the end, as you'll see in the video, I decided to save people some time and some frustration because the video was having some issues. I ended up having just to restart my computer. Everything worked out fine, but yeah, so just figured I'd fix it to make this video actually useful. So in this video, we talked about go ahead and creating a quick sketch. And then what we're going to do is we took the dimensions of this chain link. And so the easy way for me to do this is I'm just going to come right here and I'm going to make a rectangle the same overall dimensions, which we discussed. That Corwin and I found it was going to be 23 millimeters. Oops, not 2.3, but 23 by, I'm just hit the tab button on my controller or my keyboard, by 10 millimeters. Okay, so this is the overall dimensions if that chain link was a rectangle. Now we want to round these corners, and one of the issues we found is that I'm going to click on this little button, fill it, to make a round corner. I'm going to click here, I'll click there, and click there. Now if I set them all to 5 millimeters, you'll see the whole thing shift down a little bit, or it's not quite lined up. It's not obvious in here, but it isn't lined up. So I actually have to dial it down to 4.9 millimeters. It's just these rounds don't like being so close to each other. So anyway, just letting you know, a little tip, just go really close to 5 millimeters or whatever that dimension is to save you that trouble. So that's the first thing that that saved us some grief. What I'm going to do here now is I'm just going to draw a little line. I'm going to come, basically, it doesn't really matter, but I'm going to go right at the midpoint up to here. And then I'm going to go from here down to here. Now I'm actually going to do something kind of funky here. I'm going to delete the short one. I just want one solid line that goes right in the middle here. So now I'll hit finish, and I'm going to do another sketch. Now to do that, I'm going to turn on my origins so you can see I want to make one that is right at this line. Okay, I want to make a sketch that is perpendicular to this whole racetrack looking thing, and I want it here. So what I can do is I can go ahead and make a new plane. If I try to make a new sketch right here, it's going to be a sketch at the end of the object. I don't really want to do that. I want to make it the same, axis, if you will, but over here. So I'm going to construct an offset plane. This is the one I'm picking. And I'm going to move it. We knew this is 23 millimeters in total length, so 11.5 millimeters would be this line. So I'm just going to type in 11.5, and here you go. Now I've got a new plane that I can draw. Oh, well, that's not the middle. Thought it was 23 millimeters, 11.5. What's going on here? Well, that's kind of confusing. 11.5, 23. Okay, well, not really sure what's going on there, but Let's hit OK. Let's get back into this sketch for a second. Maybe, somehow, I'm just going to double click on that. Yeah, this isn't right. This whole line somehow is not at the midpoint. This line, I'm going to click on it. I'm going to press M to move, and I'm going to move it over half a millimeter. Negative 0.5. Oops, got a bunch of extra junk in here. Negative 0.5. Because this is 23 millimeters, it should have been a halfway point. So I don't know what happened there, but anyway, that's fixed. Let's finish this. So now our plane, as you can see, our new constructed plane is right in line with that line. So now what I can do is I can click on here to create a new sketch, click on this, and now what I'm going to do, this is how I'm going to make this an actual shape. I'm going to click here, I'm going to make a rectangle. It's actually going to be a square, but I'm going to click right here, and I'm going to tell it I want this to be 3.5. We took this dimension, it was about 3 millimeters or so, so I decided to ramp up the thickness of this little chain link just a tiny bit, and click there. So this is what's going to be kind of the cross section of this chain link. Now all I have to do is I'm going to come over here to create, and I'm going to click on sweep. What it's going to do is I'm going to be able to pick a shape, which is going to be that square, and I'm going to be able to tell it where I want it to run. So here it is, and the path it's going to follow is this line. There we go. There's my chain link. Click OK. And so now I need to make this, I need to make a break in it, but I also want to make sure all these edges are somewhat rounded. I don't want this kind of boring looking solid object. So I'm going to click up here, this fillet button. I'm going to find all the edges. There's the top edges, here's the bottom two edges, and I'm going to round them by whatever radius I want. And I'm just going to pick 1 millimeter. That's actually what I ended up doing in the video. Click OK. And so now we've got our solid chain link. You could print this, but how are you going to connect them? You can do that. There's some funky ways of interrupting your print, and I don't know, it's not worth talking about. Instead, I'm going to make a little break. So to do that, now you get to see, I'm going to open up these sketches, and I'm going to turn on this initial sketch. Now you get to see why I made this line. I'm going to press extrude, and I'm going to change it over to thin extrude. That allows me to pick a single line. And for whatever reason, it automatically selected this shape. I don't want that. I want it to click right here, and I'm going to have it slice right up. So I'm going to tell it I want it to be 4 millimeters. So it went 4 millimeters tall. Now I actually want it to go in both directions, up and down. So I'm going to say symmetric, and I'm going to tell it not 4 millimeters up and down, which would work. I'm just going to tell it the whole length because this is 3.5 millimeters wide. It's not really, doesn't really matter in this case, but there might be times when you want to have that right. I could set it to 3.5 and it would be perfect, but I'm just going to leave it. I don't care. Lastly, I'm going to go ahead and I want this to be symmetric right in the middle, and I'm going to tell it I want this to go the center, and to give me enough room to kind of get a good break in there so I can attach these two links, I'm going to change this to 2 millimeters. Click OK. Last but not least, I want those edges to be rounded just like everything else. Click on the fillet, click here, 1 millimeter, click OK, and now my chain link is done. Okay, I'm going to go ahead and leave the rest of the video here. I'll just probably clip this part into the other video I made, but now you can see a little bit easier, refined workflow. All right, thanks for letting me interrupt the video.
Okay, look at this. What you think? Do you think that'll work?
Yeah.
That looks great, doesn't it?
Yeah.
That wasn't too hard. So now we gotta make a name for this, don't we?
Yeah.
What should we call it? Corwin's nunchuck chain link.
Corwin Taiyan.
Corwin. Hi.
Yeah.
Yeah. That's how I'm gonna spell hiya. Hiya chain link. Okay. Copy that, because now I'm gonna save it. Not Nella's creations. This is gonna be one of Corwin's creations.
Corwin. C-O-R-Y.
What?
My name's Cory.
Why are you saying that? You know, how do you spell your name? How do you spell your name? You know.
I forgot.
Corwin.
I know it starts with a C and then an O.
And then an
R. But what comes then?
W.
W.
Win.
I.
And last. And yes, that's correct.
WIN.
Oh, I never saved it.
CORWIN.
So now I'm just gonna right click on this.
OR.
You got it. We're
WIN.
gonna save this. I'm gonna put this in a new folder, Corwin. I know, there's always so much to do. We're recording a video. This is my first duet video. You're gonna be on YouTube. Did you know that, Corwin?
What?
Yep. I'm gonna put you on YouTube. You're gonna be YouTube famous. So now we just gotta click on this. This button right here says place on face.
Okay.
That's not what I meant, really. That's not really what it does. How many pieces do you want? How many?
10.
What? How many is that?
4.
And is that enough?
5. That's 5.
How much is that?
That's 6.
Okay. Is that enough?
Yeah.
What? How many is that?
7, but
Okay. We'll do another. That's 8.
8.
What's next?
9, 10.
Okay. Now we got all these. They're so far off here. They're sticking off of the print bed. We can't print out there. That's crazy. That's out of bounds. But if I press the A button on my keyboard, there they are. Yeehaw! Okay. You're too silly. Okay. Now we're gonna cheat a little bit. This little button right here, it says brim. This just makes it stick to the printer bed a little extra better. I don't usually like to do that, but I think for what we're printing, it will help.
Oh no, are those the itty bitty ones?
I don't know what that is. I didn't say
Man,
that. There
my
it is.
hand's getting really wet from holding that.
Uh-oh. So we're gonna change the brim. We don't need it to be that big. We're gonna just go 2 millimeters. It's getting sweaty from holding that?
Yeah.
You're kind of strange, you know that?
Yeah.
I'm just kidding. I'm just kidding with you. He is the best. Okay, guess look how long this is going to take to print this. What's that say?
What?
What's this number right here?
2, 7.
Yep, what's that number?
No.
27.
27.
It's going to take 27 minutes to print that, okay?
Okay.
So we're going to save it to our little memory card. I'll show you that in a second. And then we will get it on the printer, okay?
Okay.
Is that a deal?
Okay.
And we'll check back in and see how it does. 20 minutes, that's how long it took us. Even with all those little goof ups I had. I'll bet you, if I restarted my computer, a lot of those goof ups wouldn't happen. So, and that actually happens quite a bit in that program. Too bad. Okay, now we're gonna go to our the 3D printer so we can get this going, okay?
Okay.
Okay. We're going through storage stuff for the new baby, so if you see a mess, don't touch it. Okay, so here's the printer. We need to get this little memory card. Can you grab that? Just pull it right out. Be careful, okay? All right. Gotta be very careful. Don't touch those little metal pieces, okay? All right. Ooh. So now we're gonna put that in here. Can you slide it in that? Turn it over. Turn it over. Nope. Nope. You had it right. The metal. You had it right. But turn it around. Like spin it. There you go. Yep. Just like that. Push it all the way in. Good job. Now I'm gonna plug that in beside the computer right here. And so now I'm gonna come back to this software. See this little button right here?
Yeah.
That means we're going to, right down here where my mouse is, we're going to save it. And it's going to go right onto this little memory card. Once it saves, then I'm going to walk you over to the printer. We're going to hit that start on that. Okay. Let's take this, grab the memory card, slide it out, just grab and pull. Good job. Remember, don't touch the metal pieces, right? White.
White. White. White.
Okay.
Okay.
Can you slide it right in that slot again? Turn it over.
Right in that
Yep,
slot.
just like that. Perfect. Now slide it right in. Does it? Good job. Okay, so let's turn this on. Make sure that's all the way in. Oh, had to go just a little bit farther, okay?
Okay.
Do you see that? Whose name is that?
Corwin.
Yes! Can you turn this dial? Just turn it slowly.
This way.
Other way. So, oh, no, go back. See the little arrow? No, till that arrow points at it. Turn it one more time. Other way. Oh, do that again. There, now do one more time. There you go. Now, can you push right in the middle of that? You'll hear it click. That's it. That's it! So now it's going to heat up to this plastic right here is going to heat up to 230 degrees. And this metal plate is going to heat up to 85 degrees. Alrighty. Okay, Corwin has reported the printer has stopped. He's been keeping an eye on it. So let's come over here. Here we go. Not perfect print, but I think it will work. So you stand up. It's still kind of cooling down, but I think it'll be okay. So I'm going to take this off. A little bit of extra junk. And so we got a little extra kind of pieces. That's okay. We can clip them off with these. And follow me. I'm going to turn it off. It is hot. Come with me. Hold this. Don't touch. Just don't hold it too tight. Because I get. Right, keep walking. Keep walking. It's right over to the computer. And let's move the computer out of the way. Okay, just a second. Let's pause. Okay, while Corwin, while I was setting the camera up to record, what did you think? How do we get these off?
Pop them out.
How? Show. And yep. Try turning it. Now try. See, it might not. I might have to do it. Let me help. Squeeze. Bend. Oh, you hear that noise?
Yeah.
Let's try it this way now. Okay, I think. I'll bet if I do this, I'll bet you can pop some of them off. Okay, there's one. Yep, and there's the others. So I tell you what, let's get them all off, and we're going to show just on one of them how to clean it up. Okay? So, we have these if we need to. Not going to use these much, but we'll see. What we are going to use. I can't remember the name of this. It's called it's for...
Just perfect.
Perfect! Good, but we haven't even taken off. You see the extra little piece down here? We gotta get this off of here. This is used for plumbing, for remove, or I think it's plumbing, but anyway, for removing sharp edges off of cut pieces of metal.
It comes on because this is here, see?
Mm-hmm. So, that kind of filed out that part.
I was just...
This can be a little tricky because they're unidirectional. It looks like they're symmetric and go both directions, but they really aren't. Hey, buddy, go ask Mom if she already put food in the oven for you. Because it just went off. Yep, I'll put them in. Just a minute, buddy. Let's get this one.
Told me to ask.
Okay, I can do that. Now that little piece, I don't want to clip my fingers on accident, so I'm just going to go ahead and cut this like that, and then cut this like that. Now I printed these in PETG because it's strong but flexible to a degree. So I'm going to trim one more and then I'll see if they go together. Don't need to watch me do it to all of them, but probably won't have Corwin do any of this because this little guy right here is sharp. And sharp means dangerous, right, Corwin?
Yeah.
So we'll let Daddy do this part, right?
Yeah.
Just shaving off all this extra part.
Look, I'm clipping nothing.
Oh yeah, but be careful with those too, please, because they're also sharp. Now, if I hadn't printed with that brim, those extra layers, I wouldn't have to do this. And it's half tempting to go back and reprint it without, just to see. But with this little guy's bedtime coming up, I wanted to go ahead and just do what I was confident would print. And I went ahead and used a brim. It adds extra work here, but again, I knew it would work. If it prints without, that just makes everything easier.
Do you think someone's watching our wedding?
No one's watching yet, but they might. Probably not. It's going to be a long video. So, but I'm going to go ahead and throw it up on the internet because, I don't know, someone might get a kick out of this. Maybe not.
Yeah,
We should make more videos, you and me 3D printing. What do you think?
yeah, we haven't made very much video.
No, we haven't. So here we go. We got two of them. This one and this one. They're pretty much ready to go. Let's see if we can get them to lock together, Corwin. See these two pieces?
Yeah.
That's a nunchuck chain. What do you think? I don't think we'll even need that gray one because when we got 10 of those, that's going to be awesome, don't you think?
Yeah.
All right, we'll stop the video now so I can get your chicken nuggets going, but then maybe we can show them your actual chicken nuggets, or your actual nunchucks. Are you excited?
Yeah.
Show me. Huh? There you go. Are you ready for ninja class? Careful, but no hitting people, right?
Right.
Yeah, we don't need those gray chain links anymore, do we?
Right.
Right. What do you say?
Thank you.
You're welcome, buddy. I love you.
I love you too.
Okay, so in retrospect, I kind of wish I had just printed it without the brim. This is a mess. It may not seem like much, but that was about 10 minutes of just peeling that stuff off. And there's a 27-minute print, so part of me just thinks I should have just printed without and it would have been easier, but anyway. Oh well, hope that video... Did you have a good time making the video with me, buddy?
Yeah.
Yeah. Can we make another video sometime?
Yeah.
All right. I love you.
I love you too.